Yo!
What up?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you? Hot Pit Autofest Round 1. I can't be more excited to be competing with another BMW E92 chassis. Yes, believe it or not, this actually isn't my gray car. This is a whole new build, and everything that I learned from the gray car has been applied to this one, and I'm really confident this thing's going to be a ripper. It's been a little bit of an interesting track situation with like the rain. So it's been like, it's weird. It's not like fully raining. It's like it sprinkles a little bit and then it dries up and then it sprinkles. Luckily right now all the clouds have passed over, so we got a full dry track. We had a car that go into the wall, so unfortunately I think we're only going to get one more lap before qualifying. Which is, it's okay if I could get, one more lap, that would have been rad, but, it is what it is, but I'm just going to basically kind of run a little bit of like a quali trim, I guess you can say, but then again, I'm paired with Margaritas for the last run, so I think I want to kind of stick it to his door a little bit in the last, like, little practice run and kind of just not really do as much quali, like actually do like a battle run. So we'll see. I'm excited. I love driving with this man. It's always a party. Yeah, this could be like the rule. Like, you know what? The crew doesn't fix the rear bumper, the driver does. It's all his fault.
That might be a good thing.
Might be my incentive to keep it off the back wall.
Probably won't be enough, but you know.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, but it sounds good.
Got it.
It was really ripped up in the case. Really good.
Got to do a couple of laps of Cole Richards, the Formula Drift Pro Spec driver. Obviously, I kind of gave him no room in the chase position, but hey, he's a Formula Drift driver. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's a professional, and realistically, I knew I could trust him, and I just wanted to treat it like a battle. And when it came to the switch, he kind of did the same to me, which was super, super cool, but I really enjoyed driving with it. My second E92. Right after practice with Cole, we were instantly going into qualifying. I don't really get too nervous when it comes down to qualifying or just any battle in general, but what made me feel a little bit uneasy was the track temp. The track temp was drastically cooling down. I knew that I had to give it my all, even regardless of the lack of data and lack of seat time in the new car.
To the burnout bars, Josh Mason.
Sank into my stomach. I had grip, and then instantly in that touch and go, it was like ice. I knew in that moment it's going to be an uphill battle all the way for the number one spot at round one.
Oh, the fun cart. My sweatshirt might be hung up on it.
Oh, here, let me. Here. Got it?
Fill up another car. Pull the window or something. No, I'm super hung up on it somewhere.
Oh, I got you. It's the bar.
I'm free.
Okay, you're free.
up this morning, I really didn't have a whole lot of confidence, not only due to the spin out, but also qualifying 34th, which put me in the deathmatch battle. But I knew I had to shake that off as quick as I possibly could, because drifting is such a mental sport. You gotta have a warrior mentality. If you don't have confidence in yourself, it's gonna be over before you know it. So I knew I was gonna have to shake that off, and what better way to do it in practice? Just get a good lead, find someone that you can get a good chase with, and instantly let's build some confidence. And sure enough, I did. I was on cloud 9 when it came down to confidence. The car was feeling good. I was feeling good. I was feeling like an absolute lion that was ready for battle. But with this upcoming battle in the death match, I definitely kind of had to tame the lion. Problem is, we're going to go up against a slower car, and the driver is a little bit inexperienced. So I had to be sure to be calm and calculated, and I'm glad I did. So in that death match with Elijah, on his lead run, he actually spun in front of me. Sorry we don't have the footage of it, but I was able to give a good solid lead, and by default, I got the win. But I couldn't just calm down just yet, because this next battle in top 32 was gonna have to be treated like a final, just due to the fact that I was gonna be going up against Dustin Farrell, the 2023 first place champion of Hot Pit, that we kind of had a rivalry going on in that year, and I just really wanted to win, so I knew I was gonna have to give it my 110%.
Oh, really? Whoa. And so one more time. Actually, we're going to go one more time between Dustin Farrell and Josh Mann. You know, I would agree. There's no way I could call that. And I would love to see it again. Josh Mason gets the win. Josh Mason, who, where, what? Well, they just told us one more time. Somebody told us one more time, but Josh Mason gets the win. Josh Mason.
Beating Dustin Farrell in the top 32 was definitely a bittersweet moment. It was sweet because realistically, if you want to be the best driver, you have to beat the best drivers, and Dustin's one of them. But on the other hand, it was bitter just for the simple reason that me and Dustin both really wish that that could have been a final battle and not a top 32. But we are not the writers of the story, and we got to do what we got to do. So on to the next battle. Hot Pit Autofest has been doing such a great job emulating Formula Drift driver-to-fan interaction with autograph sessions like this. You know, it's cool to see, you know, fans that say they're already following you on all the social medias and they want your autograph in person, or you may even gain a new fan by some cool interaction that you've had with them. So it's always fun, and at the end of the day, we get to be rock stars, and the majority of the time, you know, our lifestyle as being a driver, you know, it's not always rainbows and butterflies and being a rock star. So it's cool to party once in a while.
All right, Josh, real quick, you want to give us a breakdown of what's about to happen?
All right. Well, I feel like we're going to have a little bit of chaos. Every single one of these drivers is an absolute ripper, so that means I got to turn it up a notch above every single one of these dudes, but we can make it happen. This car is literally on rails. It's been the fastest it's ever been. We're going to go for it. I ain't afraid of nobody. Let's go. The top 16 has officially started for round one, and what better way to go into the top 16 by battling a veteran, Blaze Potts. I'm gonna give him a run for his money. After that battle with Blaze, we were going to be paired up with TJ Hunt. TJ just showed up with a brand new Corvette, which I knew was pretty fast, and he's a good driver, so I knew I was going to have to give it my all in this battle as well.
Kevin, what are we checking out?
Hot Pit has a 300 treadwear rule, so, and 265 in the rear, so just verifying 265 and the 300 treadwear.
after getting the win up against TJ, something in the car just didn't feel right. The rear end just didn't feel as grippy. It kind of wanted to travel one way versus the other way, so we instantly pulled the car back into the hot pit, and I had my guys take a look at it, and we found that the tie rod mount on the subframe was bent, and somewhere else was bent, but we didn't have time to fully address it. So I just told my guys, hey, let's just get back on track. Let's align it as best we can, even though we couldn't really put the car on kill mode. And unfortunately, this really kind of made us suffer the next two battles, which was up against Aaron Velasquez and later down the road, Josh.
With Josh making Josh, incredible run. We had a little bit of record ramble, man. What happened there?
I just, it's a fight, right? Like every single one of these drivers has turned it up to 100, right? So I took a little bit of a chance. They kind of bit me in the butt a little bit. Obviously, we sustained some damage. Now we're into a 5-minute, unfortunately. Car is a little bit crippled, but, I'm going to do my best. I came from 34th qualifier, made it to the top 4 amongst some of these crazy drivers. It's just next level. So honestly, I'm happy. Like at the end of the day, if we don't take it, it is what it is. We'll live and find another day. But I'm glad I made it to at least the top 4.
They're on a 5, just trying to get the alignment out because I think the subframe's bent. So we'll try to get this 3rd place battle off before it gets any later.
We all knew the car wasn't 100, but then again, the car was still safe. And I told myself, I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not just going to give up. So I'm still going to go out there, give it my all, give it my best, and see if we can still get on the podium with a limp car.
Probably the best cars in Southern California, aren't they? Oh yeah. Yeah. And Arizona and Utah. It's the West Coast.
Yeah, it's the West Coast now. Well, it's like Jerry came from Utah, I think.
There you go.
Yeah. Battle for 3rd.
Car was hurt.
Yeah, we unfortunately, to be honest, guys, I'm super happy with where we ended up. Like, coming from qualifying 34th, making it down to the top 4 with one of the, the toughest drivers, on the West Coast. Definitely makes me feel good. I made a couple of changes in the new car that realistically, really made some more massive improvement, more than I even thought. I think I left my mark. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm on cloud nine. Even if I didn't get the battle, you know, for third or like podium, like still, like just to get this car where it was at today and literally be battling some of the best drivers and put it in top 4 is already an accomplishment. And then even, you know, taking out Dustin Farrell in top 32, which was practically almost a final. Car did take a beating, unfortunately, like what you guys probably saw on that entry. I got a little bit too confident in a certain run, and I had a certain pattern, and that pattern, I took a chance and it bit me. And unfortunately, it messed up the geometry, or I don't know, we bent something in the car in the rear end. It wasn't hooking and booking like what was going on. So I was driving with a limp car and I knew it, but I was like, hey, we're already battling for third. So let me just go forward and just press on, just keep going. And I did, gave it my best against Josh Stewart. He's a really great driver. And, you know, Josh deserves it and stuff like that, as well as the guys that won already. But we're going to be back at it. We're going to get the E92, you know, all prepped and ready and fixed up. And we're going to come in swinging for round 2. And, you know, I'm gunning for that championship. I want that #1 spot. You know, I told myself, if I'm going to do this year, we're going to go for #1. So that's the goal. So we're going to come back swinging. That's all I can say.